God told you to be kind, to forgive, to love. But there are 7 things He never meant for you to share. Not with friends, not with family, not even with the people you trust most. Because some truths are sacred. The moment you speak them, you invite spiritual warfare. The enemy cannot attack what you do not announce. Stay with me, because the 7th thing on this list most believers do every single day, and they have no idea it is costing them everything. Number 1, your next move. The plan God just put on your heart. Listen carefully. When God gives you direction, He gives it to you. Not to the group chat, not to your relatives at Sunday dinner, to you. The moment you start announcing what God told you to do, you hand other people permission to question it, doubt it, talk you out of it. Genesis chapter 37 verse 5 shows this exactly. Joseph had a dream. He told his brothers, and the very next line says they hated him for it. Not strangers, his own family. That's not coincidence. That's a pattern. You ever had a vision so clear you couldn't wait to share it? And the moment you did, something inside you went quiet. The fire dimmed. That is what happens when sacred seed gets planted in unprepared soil. But the next thing is even more delicate, because it is not just a plan. It is a moment with God Himself. Number 2, what God told you in secret. When the Lord speaks to you personally, in your prayer time, in your dreams, in that quiet moment when no one else is in the room, that word was sealed for your spirit alone. Luke chapter 2 verse 19 says, Mary heard the angels speak about her son, and she did not run to tell the neighbors. She pondered all these things in her heart. Mary understood what most believers never learn. Some revelations are not meant to be announced. They are meant to be cultivated in silence. Here's the truth. The moment you speak a sacred revelation to the wrong ear, you cheapen it. You can feel it when you have said too much. That heaviness afterward. That is your spirit telling you, you gave away something holy. The 3rd thing is harder to keep quiet, because it feels good to share. Number 3, your good deeds. The price you paid. This one breaks more anointings than any other, because it feels innocent. You helped someone. You gave when no one was watching. You served when no one asked. And then you mention it, just once. And the reward goes from heaven to earth in a single sentence. Matthew chapter 6 verse 3 says it directly. When you give, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, because God rewards what is done in secret. The moment you announce it, you collect your payment in human applause, and heaven closes the account. That's not stinginess, that is protection of your reward. Be honest with yourself. How many of your quiet acts of obedience have you turned into stories at dinner? Each one, a withdrawal from a heavenly account you did not have to empty. But the 4th thing is something most people share without realizing they are giving the enemy a weapon. Number 4, your weaknesses while you are still healing. There's a difference between testimony and exposure. Testimony comes after victory. Exposure happens during the wound. When you are still overcoming something, that struggle is not material for public discussion. Proverbs chapter 25 verse 28 says, A person without self-control is like a city whose walls are broken down. When you broadcast your weakness mid-battle, you tear down your own walls. You tell the enemy exactly where to strike. And here's where it gets serious. Not everyone in your life is praying for your healing. Some are watching for your fall. Your unfinished battle is not safe in their hands. Heal first, tell the story later, as victory, not as warning. But the 5th thing is the one that breaks blessings before they even arrive. Number 5, your blessings before they are established. When God shows you something good that is coming, a new job, a door opening, a baby, a promotion, There is a window of time before that blessing is rooted in the natural world. In that window, it is fragile. Look at the Magi in Matthew chapter 2. They were warned in a dream not to return to Herod, because Herod had asked them, in flattery, to come back and tell him where the child was, so he could come and worship him too. But his real intent was murder. The Magi obeyed. They went home another way, and the blessing of that child's life was protected, because grown men chose silence over politeness. Your blessings have a Herod. Remember what we said last time about being dangerously anointed. Your blessings make you a target before they make you visible. Heaven hides what hell would attack. Carry it like the Magi, quietly, until it is born and breathing on its own. Now the first 5 were warnings, but the 6th thing is broken so commonly that most believers do it weakly without knowing. Number 6, your dreams and visions. When God speaks to you in your sleep, He is using the most ancient channel He has. Daniel chapter 7 verse 1 says, Daniel had a dream. And what did he do? He wrote it down. He kept it. He turned it over in his spirit. He did not run to the king's court to perform it. Most dreams from God are not gifts you unwrap in public. They are seeds you bury in private. The wrong response is excitement that sends you to the phone. The right response is reverence that sends you to your knees. Your spirit knows this. Some dreams die simply because they were spoken too soon. Not because they were not real, because they were exposed before they had roots. But the 7th thing, this is the one most believers do every single day, and it might be the most expensive habit in their entire prayer life. Number 7, your prayer requests with everyone. This is going to challenge you, so listen carefully. There is a culture in modern Christianity of telling everyone what you are praying for. The prayer group, the text thread, the post on social media. And while community is real, there is something Jesus warned about that we have forgotten. Matthew chapter 6, verse 6. When you pray, go into your room, close the door, and pray to your Father who is in the secret place. He does not say, gather your friends. He says, close the door. That's not because community is bad. That's because intimacy is sacred. Your most urgent prayers are not group projects. They are private conversations with the one who already knows. The enemy cannot read your thoughts, but he can read your posts. Here's the truth. The deeper your prayer goes in secret, the louder the answer comes in public. So let's bring all 7 together. Your next move. What God told you in secret. Your good deeds. Your weaknesses. Your blessings before they are established. Your dreams. Your prayer requests. Each one is a seed, and every seed needs darkness before it can become a tree. The crowd steals your seed. The wrong ear steals your harvest. That is not paranoia. That is protection. The mature believer is the one who knows what is sacred and what is not. Matthew chapter 7 verse 6 says it like this. Do not give what is holy to dogs, and do not throw your pearls before swine. Jesus was being protective. Not every truth belongs in every room. Guard it, like it matters, because it does. Now, I want you to do something. Drop the words, guard it, in the comments below. If even one of these 7 things landed on something you have been broadcasting that you should have been burying, that comment section is about to get real. And subscribe, because the next video reveals 5 hidden blessings God has already given you. Things you walk past every single day without realizing what you carry.